The kind of music that I listened to growing up was very heavily influenced by my dad. Old school rhythm and blues, through a lot of classical music, Vivaldi, Mozart, then to things like Jean-Michel Jarre, Kraftwerk, Iron Maiden, and everything in between. Hi, my name's Stefan, and this is my first NAD. The kind of music I'm listening to right now is really influenced by London. London's got to be one of the most vibrant music scenes in the world. I've done a significant amount of travel. I've been very fortunate to listen to music right around the globe, but the venues here are just so diverse. For me right now, it's about American folk music, contemporary folk, Americana, also a bit of outlaw country, which is really weird for me, but anyway, it's kind of cool. Music is such a personal thing. I liked the NAD for a few reasons. I guess on one level it was its provenance, so I really liked the story about how NAD was formed, about the idea that it was really creating equipment that meant that music, good music, was accessible to every man. So I bought the C340 and it lived a long and productive life through 5 or 6 different houses where I lived. It saw me get married, it saw the birth of my children, and music was always in the background and was always a feature. It was just robust in the first instance. It was clearly very well made, the build quality was excellent, it was simple, there just weren't too many knobs and dials, which I always found a little bit naff. But then when you switched it on, and even at low levels, you could hear intonation in the music which just wasn't resolved by other equipment that I'd used up until that point. So the detail was still there in the soft passages of the music, and then it would ramp up, the dynamics were exciting, it really drove you, and it just made music as close to a live performance as I'd ever heard in my living room. I replaced it with an NAD C375, which is what I have today. It wasn't a foregone conclusion at the time that I would go back to NAD. I listened to what was out there at my price range. Again, was blind auditioning. Honestly, I came back to it because it was the best sound for the money that I had. And really it's picked up where the 340 left off. It's bigger, it's beefier, it's louder, it's more detailed. It's just an extra step of refinement on from where I started, but couldn't be happier. The thing that distinguishes NAD in the market is its simplicity. It does one job really, really well, which is to turn music from a signal into a sound. And that's all you really want it to do, and it does that excellently. Cool. I wasn't even making any of that up, can you believe that?